Hey everyone, it's Ashley, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel. So I am finally back with what I have been warming. I have this nice little stack of wax too, and things are looking fairly empty in this stack, so I'm very excited about that. So let's just get right on into it. I'm gonna start out with this wax pile. So first up, I have officially empty NHL Fresh Ice. I have a lot of this bar, so I was trying to prioritize definitely this time. I should say, I have down in my notes that this was from February 16th to the end of February. So in this like last little 2-week, 10-day session of melting, I was really trying to empty some things I already had open because I really want to start transitioning into spring. So Fresh Ice, very minty, very cool scent with a little bit of like a bergamot type undertone. I did this finished up in the laundry room and in the garage. I have been leaving just like a mini warmer in my laundry room 24/7. I find that scent dissipates very, very fast. I've been more so kind of judging it off of the garage. So that warmer, once again, just have a little mini warmer in there plugged in. And when I pull in, like from coming home from work for the day, let's say, I turn it on. It's right next to kind of where I park in the garage. So I just turn it on. And then as I load up my car to leave in the morning, I just turn it back off. And I find it's actually doing pretty well. I've been doing it maybe most of the month of February, and I find it's doing actually pretty decent. And the scent, like I can smell it for multiple days. I was worried it would like be super strong and just totally dud out because it's the garage of all places. Like it's outside adjacent, right? It's pretty like the garage door's open, window is blowing into it, like we have a back door if you're taking the trash out, whatever. I just thought it would really like not do very well kind of in there, and it seems to be doing okay. So I'm kind of changing them out at the same time. I feel like the laundry room one is doing just it doesn't seem to throw quite as good or last quite as long. Don't know if it's because I'm leaving it on 24/7 versus turning it off and on in the garage. I'm not sure, but I'm just judging it based off the garage scent. When that one needs change, I just change them both out and kind of do it that way. Our laundry room is kind of in our like HVAC type space. Like it's kind of the laundry room, but also like the HVAC room. Our gas pipes are in there, our HVAC system's in there, the water heater, etc. So it's not a very big space, but I find it kind of gets a little bit musty. Like it has a drain in the floor. It's in the basement. Like it's definitely just a room that gets a little bit musty or stale air. So I do like having the scent in there. I can't necessarily always smell the scent when I walk in there as much as I can in the garage, which is very funny because it's like a fourth of the size. But I do find it's helping with that like musty scent. It just kind of helps a little bit not have that. So we'll see. I'm gonna keep trying it. I like how it's working so far. So next then I used Bundle Up. This was from the holiday collection, I believe, and I used 3 cubes of this. I put them actually in the open concept, and I moved my Diamond Melt Glass Warmer into the living room. And I honestly, it doesn't have a light, so I had been like kind of turning it off, turning it on, whatever. And then one day I came home from work and I was like, oh, I happened to walk over there or something. And I was like, oh, I totally left this warmer on. Didn't even think about it. And like the house smelled good when I walked in from coming home. I was just like, oh, well, this was fine. Like whatever. So now I've kind of just been leaving it going 24/7. If there's certain things I'm doing, maybe I'm doing a conflicting scent and I really want to turn it off, I will. But it's probably been going for like 5 whole days straight now, so I've really been enjoying it. I did really like this scent. I definitely let this scent go a little bit too long. This scent probably has been going for almost like this whole 10-day period. Like it's been going very, very long. It does not smell anymore, but it smelled for quite a few of those days. I just really needed to change it and I haven't. So it's just like melted wax, but it's not really smelling right now. Sometimes that happens because I just don't get around to changing my wax. It is what it is. But this is just a really like beautiful, cozy, kind of girly scent. I feel like it definitely evolved into more of a like vanilla base kind of at the tail end before it really didn't smell like anything. Not saying this is vanilla, but that more like perfumey aspect of it seemed to wear off by like maybe day 4-ish. I'm just throwing things out there because I kind of didn't warm it in a very like 24 hours all the time. It was like on off, and then on for the last 5 days. So kind of a mix here, but I do find at the end, I felt like the scent was a little bit different, but it had really been going for a long time. Typically, I wouldn't let my wax go that long. So anyway, then downstairs, I swapped out the wax for Woodland Meadow and I finished this bar. I really like this scent. I had it in my club for a really long time. I don't have a catalog on me. I wonder if this came back in the catalog. It typically is a spring summer release, but to me it feels more like January, February. Like it's woodsy, it's kind of like not masculine, but it kind of has that like edge to it. I really like it. This is the one that when I did it at work, my coworkers were like, this is my dad's aftershave. Like they didn't like it, but I personally do. So I warmed the rest of it downstairs. It's a very strong scent, so I just kind of let it do its thing down there, and glad I could empty it out. I did meet at the mistletoe. I had to check my notes for this one because I was like, did I melt this? I did this one. I did a couple cubes in my office here, and I have written next to it in my notes, nope. After seeing that, I totally remember I put this in. I think similar to when I put that Woodland Meadow in, because I was like, maybe it'll be a similar vibe. This was last December's scent of the month, or November, like not 2024, but 2023, as you can tell. It must have been December since it says 11. I had a friend who really liked this. It's kind of like, it's called Meet at the Mistletoe. So it's not like tree, like holiday tree, but it's like kind of similar, but it's perfumey. So it's kind of like a different take on holiday. I feel like to kind of appeal to some of the people who maybe don't love tree during holiday, but still keep it on the theme of holiday. I had a friend who really loved it. She bought like at least 2 bars off of me. I think I was getting the kit at this time, so also had multiple bars. She really, really enjoyed this one. I, of course, had a bar. I always do a sample of the scent of the month, so like I had bar. So I was like, this feels like it's on theme. I don't remember hating it in the past. I was like, whatever, I'm gonna put it in there. It was so strong. It was completely flowing out of my office here, and it was just like not good. I mean, like it was totally clashing, and the scent was really bothering me. Like I don't remember hating this, like I said, but the scent for some reason was not jiving with me. So I was like, I need to just take it out. Like there's no sense in struggling through it if I'm not liking it. It's time. That doesn't mean, sometimes I have those experiences. That doesn't mean I'll never melt the scent again, because sometimes it's just like the day, what it was clashing with, maybe how I was feeling, like did I eat something spicy, my tummy is upset, whatever, and this isn't helping. Any of those things could be happening, but I'm not sure about this one. So I'm just gonna set this to the side. It doesn't really feel like currently appropriate for the time frame anyway right now. So that one's just gonna get set to the side. I was not a fan. Then I put in, as a replacement, I put in Snowflakes and Sage, and I ended up finishing this one off. I really, really like this one. This one was this December's, so 2024, scent of the month, and I liked this so much more. I'm also a Sage fan. I like white tea and sage is one of my all-time favorite scents. So things with sage typically I'm into. So this was kind of in that same style of scent. Like it's kind of woodsy, but it's not exactly wintry because it's December, but in Scentsy land, like any scent related thing, people have, kind of maybe moved on. They're always trying to be ahead of the game. So it's not like overly wintry holiday, but it's still winter vibes. I hope that makes sense. So Loved this one so much more. This is the one when I did it at work, it was so strong. I like had to turn it on for an hour, had to turn it off for an hour, like that sort of thing. But I really enjoyed it here in my office. I do feel it's probably, once again, been like 5 whole days. It's been a while since I've done any wax changes, okay? It's definitely worn down. Like, I can't really smell it here in the office anymore, so I need to change wax, period. But I was glad to finish this one up, and I love it. Don't have any more bars of it, but that's okay. I need to continue to work through things and not replenish. About middle, maybe beginning of this week, I was like, okay, I think I shared this in video. I unboxed my Salerno warmer, which is actually going away. Today is the last day to get your hands on that, unless it happens to show up in the clearance if it's not sold out. It is the last day of the catalog. I should have prefaced the beginning of video with this. Like, today is the last day of the fall winter catalog. Tomorrow will be spring summer. You will not be able to find your fall winter favorites on the website because they are going away tonight at midnight. So be warned. That was your warning. Put things in your Scentsy Club. Do your last minute order. Like, today is the last day. Or cross your fingers and hope for clearance. That can also be your strategy if you're not upset easily if things don't return. So just a warning. So I unboxed that Salerno warmer. I put it in our bedroom just for something with a little bit of light. I had the diamond milk glass in there, but that one's an element, so it has no light on it. And it just, with it being winter, it's a little more dreary. Our bedroom's very dark. Even if we have like the shades kind of pulled open, like a lot of sun just doesn't really get in to the bedroom. It's kind of dark in there. So I put the warmer with the light in there, which I was really enjoying. For a couple days, I just had it going kind of as a nightlight, sort of. I didn't have any wax in it yet. And I wasn't really sure, honestly, if I was gonna keep doing that or if I was gonna put wax in it. I hadn't really decided. But earlier, like a couple days ago, maybe like Monday, Tuesday this week, I was like, I think I'm gonna put some wax in there. I'm ready. So I ended up going with Woolly Slippers. I put 2 cubes in that warmer. And the last time I did a cube of this in the bedroom, it was an element warmer, so lower wattage, and it like totally did not perform in there. I put 2 cubes of this in that Salerno warmer, and it is still throwing. It's so good. I kind of just turn that one on like in the evenings, in between like when I get home and when we go to bed, like I said, sort of as just like a nightlight situation. But love the scent of this. This is the only bar I have of this. It's kind of making me regret not having another bar of it, but if I keep doing 2 cubes, I have 2 more warmings of it, so it's fine. But this is just such a yummy like lavender marshmallow, and it's doing really well in that warmer. So this one definitely just goes to show it needs a little bit of a hotter warmer to perform. And then lastly, I have Birthday Wishes. This is my oldest bar of Birthday Wishes. Another scent I have so much of, so I'm trying to keep going through it. Finished it off, as you can see, I think. This is so funny. So this one I actually put in it's the By the Candlelight warmer. It's a 10 watt, maybe, element warmer. It's what I used to have in the bedroom. It's what I tested this in, and it totally didn't perform. I put at least 3 cubes of this into that warmer, and it's in the kitchen, doing so well. Doing so well in that warmer. It's so funny how just like different environments, different scents can be so different. So I don't know, this isn't available at all right now, but I just love Birthday Wishes. And once again, trying to work through it because I have so much of it. This is just like such a yummy birthday cake set. Absolutely love it. So I finished up 4 bars in this warming cycle. Very happy with myself for that. Actually, today I'm gonna kind of swap my spring wax out, and I might kind of it might not be a very long video, but I might kind of take you through what I'm swapping and just show you briefly, because I think that would be interesting or like nice to share. So before we get into candles, I have one more Scentsy thing. So I think I talked about this last video, with the car bars and travel twist. I was gonna say the fragrance tins, like the travel tins. I was gonna wait a long time ago. With the travel twist and the car bars going away, I've been trying to investigate like what is my new strategy for car scents. I've been doing the wall fan for a while, but I do really like car bars. And I have a decent amount of car bars, honestly, as well, but I'm trying to find another solution. as well as for my parents because they really liked the treble twist. So I've been trying out scent packs, and I should also say I find the scent packs are a little bit more valuable when I put the side with the holes up versus down, because one side's like completely cloth, it's the like logoed side with the scent, and the other side's kind of like more mesh with holes in it sort of effect. I've been trying to put that side up because I feel like that's where the scent's coming out. It's just, I don't know how I feel about it. So I had baked apple pie in my vehicle for not quite a month. It was already opened, but I put it in there kind of as an experiment, and it was doing okay. I find baked apple pie is like not a very strong thrower, or I don't know how to describe it. It's like, for me personally, it's a hard scent to pick up because it has so much cinnamon. It kind of just smells warm and cozy. It's like hard to detect. It's not that it doesn't smell, it's just like hard to pick up because of the scent notes of it. It's always been like that for me. I still love the scent, but it's just like super unique. It's kind of like Welcome Home, where it's so much like cinnamon spices that it's not like super detectable. I don't know how else to describe it, but I was really enjoying it. And I was like, I want to see how this would do in Corey's car. So I had this scent pack in Open Air Exploring, which was from the Father's Day collection in 2024, I'm pretty sure. I believe it came in a Whiff Box. I don't think this was actually like sold as a product. I'm pretty sure it was a Whiff Box exclusive, but I had it in my stash. Once again, you're gonna see a theme here. I feel like it's because it's probably the start of the new year. I'm really trying to like work on moving things out. So like I made a ton of samples the other day with things I just had on hand. This is another example. I just had it kind of on hand, and I'm like, I need to kind of like figure out what I'm doing with some of this stuff. Like, do I intend to use it? Do I want to share it with customers? Like, I'm trying to keep things not sitting and like actually get them in people's hands who are going to use them, right? So I was like, okay, this one, I didn't really know the notes on it. It obviously doesn't say anything. I couldn't smell it through the packaging. It's in airtight packaging. But just based on like the color and the name, I was like, maybe this could be good in Corey's car. I want to kind of experiment with it. So I opened it, and I was gonna put it in his vehicle, and he had some other kind of like scented things in his vehicle, and I was gonna take those out to like really get a feel for it. And then as I was putting it in his car, I smelled it, and I was like, I kind of like this scent. It's kind of like, I don't feel like these are the scent notes, but once again, it kind of reminds me of like a White Teen Sage vibe. It's not that, that's not the scent notes, but the vibe of it really reminds me of that. It's very like fresh, clean, not like outdoor air per se, even though that's what it would lead you to believe. I mean, it kind of does give you that vibe, but it's just like fresh and clean, springy to me, like that sort of thing. So I ended up putting it in my own vehicle. I was like, I think I'm gonna keep this for myself. I was like, I actually really like this. And then once again, I was kind of kicking myself. I'm like, I should have got a bar of this scent. Like, I didn't even get anything from this collection because all the scent notes kind of just sounded not up my alley. And I've been trying to be more selective about like not buying every single thing. So I was kind of bummed after that, but I put this in the vehicle. I've been trying to put them sort of where I feel like there's good airflow. So I'm not putting it in like the center console or like anything that doesn't necessarily like kind of get hit by an air vent, if you will. This one's only been in there for 2 days, 1 day. Oh my gosh, definitely 1 day, but maybe 2 days. Very strong. I mean, it's obviously brand new right out of the packaging, but it's like every single breath I take, I can smell it type strong. So I'm super curious to see like how long it lasts. Like, I feel like I'm getting way better performance on this than the baked apple pie just because I can kind of pick it up. I don't feel like the baked apple pie necessarily wasn't performing. Like I said, it's just hard to detect for me. So I feel like this is a really good test subject, if you will, because I know how I felt on the first day, second day of using it. It's like so strong. So curious to see how this develops. Will Corey ever get a scent pack in his car to test out? I don't know. He's not expecting it. I was just gonna put it in there without telling him and like see if he noticed it at all. Like, how does it really work? But he never got one because I ended up taking this. So, oopsie. Okay, that is all I have for Scentsy stuff. If you are not here for candles or you don't want to watch this part, thank you so much for watching, but let's move into the candle talk. So I have a couple of like ones that are coffee specific, some that I've lamped, some that I've burned. So let's just kind of get right into it. I think I want to start with the coffee section. So I've been working on this country candle coffee shop, which I feel like you can kind of tell looks a little bit of a mess. So as you can probably see from this side of the jar, it's fairly sooty right here. And that is why I stopped burning this, because this is in their old paraffin wax formula. First of all, country candles going away. So like, I don't know how much this is even relevant, but they are still selling country candles. So take this as you will. They used to be paraffin wax. They're now soy wax, but they're also now going away. So this could all be different in like 3 months from now. But anyway, this was their paraffin formula. I found this one was obviously getting really sooty. Part of that could be because of the style of jar, but anyway. So I decided to start putting it under my candle lamp, which you could probably tell from this half of the candle because I ended up pouring some out, which caused this scenario. I thought putting it back under the lamp would kind of help with some of this, but it really hasn't. It's still very much like on the side of it, but whatever. This is what the inside looks like after I've lamped it quite a few times and poured off some wax. It's not looking like super wild in here. I mean, I think the wildest part is this side situation from where I dumped it. And obviously this side is just full of soot. So that looks so nice. I do enjoy this one. This is one of the older candles in my collection. It's from the like middle of 2022, it appears. The beginning, March 25th of 2022, I think is how you read that note, or the description with the date on it. I think that's what it is. But so this is one of my older ones. I'm kind of trying to work it out, which is obviously why I transitioned into the candle lamp. But I feel like I'm just kind of over it, honestly. I think what I'm going to do today, I'm actually at home today. It's a Friday and Corey's at work. So I think I'm going to pop it in the candle crock today. I don't love this type of set necessarily in the candle crock because it feels very morning specific, but I'm going to pop it in there and just see what happens. Like, is it good? Is it overwhelming? Is it bad? Can I let it go 24/7? So I'm just going to do that because I'm kind of over it, like I said. And I feel like I just want to move on from it. I don't necessarily want to like throw it away, but if I don't finish it now, I'm not going to come back to it. So I just kind of want to like see what I can try to kind of push it out. So that's my story with this. Would I repurchase this? I mean, obviously country candle's going away, but it's not like my favorite coffee per se. It's very, very sweet. So if you're into sweet coffee, like it's very coffee shop vibes, which is what it's called. It's definitely the element of like the coffee and the bakery together. It's not just coffee. So take that how you will. The other coffee shop candle I was burning is from Homeworks. So I've lit this up twice since pulling this back out, and I think I had burned it before, not sure how many times, but it's still fairly full as you can see. After this one, I was kind of like feeling like I was over it. I was really getting the urge to burn like a morning candle again. So I ended up pulling out this one from Homeworks. The notes are roasted coffee beans, vanilla syrup, steamed milk, and nutmeg. This one is very like, it's more coffee to me than the other one. That one was more like coffee shop, like coffee and bakery. This one feels more like this picture right here. It definitely is more coffee and like darker. It really reminds me of the smell of specifically black coffee. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I feel like today I enjoyed it more, but I turned on my birthday cake wax along with it, and I think that really helped kind of just like meld them together. So we'll see. I'm going to keep trying it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not like 100% in love with it, but I'm also not like, I don't hate it either. It's just kind of a very specific scent. So I'm gonna keep going on it. Cause like I said, I've really been craving that like burning a coffee candle in the morning feeling. Let's switch back to the crock or the lamp. So I was doing this candle under the lamp. This is Better Homes and Gardens Lavender and Lattes. This to me is their take on Pink Lavender and Espresso from Bath and Body Works. I feel like it's totally the same vibe, I think. I love the look of these style of jars, but I feel like the burn on them is just like, I feel like their flames can get a bit wild. I feel like in general, Better Homes and Gardens isn't necessarily here for like candle quality. It's here for price. So take that how you will. So this one I was like, instead of lighting it, I should just pop it under the lamp. And this one I find it works really well under the lamp, but it kind of needs a little bit more time to really, really heat up, which I don't feel like it has that hard of wax. Like this is really hard paraffin wax. This takes a long time to kind of get going under the lamp. I feel like it's not as hard as that, but I feel like for the scent to start emitting, it kind of needs a lot of time. I feel like that's making it sound like it needs hours and hours and hours. Typically, like if I put a candle under there, even this one, if I do it for an hour, my lamp has a timer, I can generally smell it. This one, I need at least 2 to like get any sort of whiff of it. So it's just kind of that little difference. I've only done this one a couple times under the lamp, and just smelling it, I honestly feel like I could pour off the top layer. Like, I don't feel like this has a ton of scent oils. It smelled really, really good. Like the first and second times I did it. The third time I was kind of like, can I even detect this? And now even smelling the top, I feel like I can't really smell it that well. So I might just pop it in for an hour, let some of the wax melt, pour some off, and then like keep going to see how, does it help? Like, do I really need to pour it off? Whatever. I do find that's where I struggle with lamping, is like knowing when to pour things off. Exhibit A. Like, I feel like I'm just not, it doesn't feel as simple as burning or crocking because like there's no maintenance. Well, there's less so maintenance. I mean, burning, you do have a little bit of maintenance, but like crocking, you literally like put it in and forget it. This lamping feels just like a bit more high maintenance because you kind of gotta like pour it off. Do you like, it's hard to monitor for me. I'm not sure. I'm just like not in the swing of it yet. But I have been enjoying my lamp. I love that it has a timer because it just automatically shuts off. I don't have to like worry about doing anything specific. So anyway, then the last candle I burned is Bergamot Waters. I had this under kind of in my section. I have like a bunch of candles sitting by my lamp, 2 lamp. And I was like, you know what? I just really want to get this one out to burn it. So this is Sparkling Bergamot, Pristine Blue Water, Sugared Citrus, Creamy Sandalwood. An absolute favorite. I absolutely love this candle. I love it in the wallflower. I just love this fragrance. This is definitely one I feel like I always kind of want to have at least one of in my collection. So there is a candle sale today. I'm contemplating going to check it out and getting some that I maybe don't have. Not that I need to, so I haven't really decided yet. We'll see, but this popped up in the list of like candles that are out right now, and I was like, do I pick one up? And I'm like, but I have this one. Like, no, I don't need to do that. So this is just such a classic scent from Bath and Body Works. I just absolutely love it. It like reminds me of just like Corey for none other reason. Like, he doesn't smell like this, but it just makes me think of like a man. I don't know why, like I just associate this scent with him. So I really enjoy it. It's very like masculine citrus, but it's so specific. Like, I feel like that's not doing it any justice. You have to get your nose on this one if you've never smelled it and you're into the sort of like masculine citrus vibe. So yummy. oh, I just love it so much. So this one, I burned it the other night in the bedroom and the flames were getting a little bit crazy. I burned it maybe a little bit longer than I should have. Not seeing any soot though, so love that. But yeah, I just, yummy, yummy. Throws so well, so strong. Love that one. So that is everything I have for this video here today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.